by popular demand, here is your goalie specific leg strength and power workout using nothing but resistance bands. I put this together to help you develop the leg strength and power you need to move more explosively on the ice, even if you don't have access to a fancy gym or even a set of dumbbells. So let's get to work. The first exercise, we're going to use a pretty heavy resistance. So I've got a black and a gray resistance band hooked up. The colors will maybe depend a bit on the brand. But we're going to do a split squat with a rotary and a lateral resistance. So I'll just hold this out about 8 to 10 inches from my chest. And then I'm going to do my split squats. It's okay for me to lean a little bit, because what I want to do with this lateral pull is get my lateral hip muscles working a little bit as I go through that split squat. I'm going to do 6 repetitions facing each way. So I'll go 6 like this, and then 6 like this, with a tempo of 2, 0, 1, 1. And then I'm going to immediately go in to the next exercise, which is more of a pure power expression exercise. To do that, I'm going to lighten the resistance. So I'm taking off the black band. So I just have the gray band. So I don't want as much pull when I do this power expression exercise. And I'm going to do knee down, lateral bound. So I'm going to drive here. So I still have that lateral pull. And I'm resetting each time, dropping my knee down, but then trying to explode as quickly and powerfully as I can for each repetition. I'm going to do 4 facing this way and 4 facing the other way. Then I want to sneak in a little bit of active rest. So what I'm going to do is work a little bit on my pelvis on femur rotation. And again, I'll use this resistance band. I'll just hold the handle at my far hip. So I'm standing on my left leg, I'm holding the handle at my right hip, and I'm going to rotate my pelvis on my femur. So imagine that there's a flashlight coming out of my belly button, and I'm going to shine it across the room and back. What happens sometimes is you just turn your shoulders and you don't actually do pelvis on femur rotation. So nice control. The tempo there is just going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, and you're only going to go 4 each way. And now I'm going to do that thing where you think I'm reading your mind, where I tell you exactly what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. What you're thinking is, where did Maria get that resistance band? What weight is that resistance? What kind of resistance band is that? How do I get one? I will put a link in the description of the exact resistance band kit that I use. And if you have a favorite resistance band kit, tell me all about it. But I definitely like the ones that have that nylon coating like this one does. So when the band actually does break, it's not going to come flying back and give you a slap in the face. I'm interested to know also, how many of you already train with resistance bands? Do you know the difference between training with resistance band, free weights, isokinetic devices? Drop a comment below. Let me know if you understand and appreciate the difference. If you say the resistance bands give you leaner muscles, I will scream. So don't say that one. Or if you're just like, geez, I don't even know, let me know that too, and I'll make a video kind of explaining the difference of each type of resistance, because there is a difference, and they both have their pros and their cons. One isn't better than the other. They're just different. Okay, let's get back to work with our B superset. So in our A superset, we did split squat with lateral rotary pull. We did 6 on each side with a tempo of 2, 0, 1, 1. Then we moved on to knee down, lateral bound with rotary resistance. We did 4 on each side, and we finished with pelvis on femur rotation with a tempo of 2, 0, 2, 0, doing 4 each way, each leg. So I face this way and I do my left leg, then I stay facing this way, I do my right leg, then I turn around, I do my left leg, and I do my right leg. So 4 of each of those. Then you would take a little rest, maybe 60 seconds. That's probably all you really need for this workout, because that pelvis on femur rotation takes up a fair amount of time, and it sort of is your active recovery. But you'll go through that one more time completely, and then you'll take another minute rest, and then you'll come back and you'll just do A and A1. You won't do A2 again. So we'll only do 2 sets of the pelvis on femur, 3 sets of the split squat and the lateral bound. Now we're gonna get on with our B set. To start off your B superset, we're gonna do a half groin hip drive. So this is the movement pattern that we're going for, keeping a nice neutral back position. But I'm going to actually hold my resistance band straight out in front of me. I'm using, again, a relatively heavy load, so this time I have just the black band, but it's work to keep it there and to keep it stable. So now my abdominals are working to keep my body, from just getting pulled over backwards. My upper body's working to hold that position. So I'm going to sit back, drive up, sit back, drive up. And it actually makes it a little harder. There's a little more neural complexity when I'm holding the band out in front of me. If that just is like, ooh, I don't think I'm getting it right, then you can just hold the bands at your hips and do that pattern. It's definitely easier from a complexity perspective. So you can do that just to kind of get the feel of the pattern and then bring it into this extended position. I'm kind of showing you the harder version first. You're going to do 6 that way, and you're going to do 6 this way. The tempo is going to be about 2, 0, 1, 1. From there, we're going to go to a single knee recovery lateral hop. You can wear your knee pads for this one. It would definitely be more comfortable. I'm a little too lazy, so I'm just not going to do that right now. But we're going to start here. You don't need to be in a big wide butterfly flare. This knee, even though it's not what we might do on the ice, make this knee softly bend to start with. So bring your foot in a little closer just to give you some support until you learn what the exercise feels like. Otherwise, I'm worried that you'll put too much stress on the medial aspect of your knee. But from here, now we're going to use power. So we're going to drive our hips up, recover this leg underneath us, but stay over this leg. So I don't want to put weight on this leg to stand up. I'm just going to pop up on this leg and do a lateral hop. So she says, whether you blow your cheeks out or not, that's up to you. That's just my personal style. So again, I'm trying to pop up and then quickly do a lateral drive. And you'll just do 3 on each side of that one. But again, if you haven't been keeping up with training, you don't have pretty good strength, pretty good power to start with, leave that one out, because it's a very advanced exercise. You're going to hurt yourself if you try to do it without having the base foundation that you need. And then the last one for this sequence is going to be a low lateral hip shift with, again, rotary stability, but it's still working my leg muscles too, so I still have to push against the resistance and control back on the resistance. We're going to get really wide on this one, and we're going to get low in our legs. So I've got my black resistance band, so fairly heavy. Need a little more resistance, so I'm going to choke up on it. Tempo's just 2, 0, 2, 0. And I'm going to do 10 facing this way, and then turn around and do 10 facing the other way. When I push this way, I make sure that I'm really thinking about pushing with that leg, getting a nice full push each time. Then I'm going to take a 2-minute rest. I'm going to go through all those B exercises again. Then I'm going to take a 2-minute rest, and I'm just going to do B and B1. Again, B2, I'm only going to do 2 sets of that. So that is a super quick, super efficient lower body strength and power exercise you can do that's actually going to help you move more quickly in the crease using nothing but resistance bands. I think it bears repeating that there's a lot of single leg strength and power in this workout that I'm giving you. And so if you don't have a good solid training base, this is not for you right now. the place to start getting that base is by improving your mobility. So if you haven't yet downloaded your free copy of the Butterfly Challenge, go do that now. Just go to your app store, search Butterfly Challenge. Or I'll put a link to it in the description below. But that's the place to start, because you can't kind of start at the top. It's like climbing Mount Everest. You've got to start at base camp before you have the tools to make it to the summit. And it's strength, power, it's sort of part way to the summit. If you want to see kind of exactly how I put my programs together to get great results, then you might want to check out, well, you definitely want to check out this video. I walk you through and explain exactly how it works. And now I am off like a herd of turtles. This is where I ask you to please hit the like button. Someone told me that they liked my videos, and so they were helping me make money on the YouTube. I don't make money I don't make any money on the YouTube. That's why I don't stop every 5 seconds to talk about like Manscaped or something like that. So my currency is likes on the YouTube. So do me a favor, ka-ching, hit me with a like. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and hit the bell so you get notifications whenever new videos come out. Otherwise, I am off like a herd of turtles. I will see you next week, same bad time, same bad channel. Next week I have a off-season pure speed workout for you. I will see you then.